What is going on, guys? Welcome to another crypto video. Today, once again, we're having another pump fun video, and this one's actually going to be super duper exciting because it's going to help you guys avoid getting rugs, and that means you're going to be able to make more X's on your investment because you're not going to invest on stuff that is not good for you. So, usually, as you guys know, I like to recommend FTON. I think it's still one of the best tools to use when trading. I'll leave a link down below if you guys haven't had a chance to register or log in here. But today we're actually going to be focusing on Pump Fun. Yes, Pump Fun has added some really cool features. And like I've been preaching here and saying so much in my videos, I personally think Pump Fun is the future. And you just want to get used to using it. And every time it's going to get better. Now, one of the reasons I don't like using Pump Fun is because when you buy and sell, the transactions are super slow. And I think those are eventually going to get resolved soon. But to avoid that, that's why I use FTON. FTON's the fastest thing to actually buy and sell on Pump Fun. But with that being said, what are we actually talking about? So I'm going to show you guys right here. We're going to open up a couple of these. We're going to open all of these right now. And all of these look really good, really promising, right? So we're going to go one by one. And I'm going to show you guys exactly what you need to look for when you guys are trading in here, okay? So I think that should be about enough. So we're going to go here. As you see, this is a rug, so we really don't need to do too much investigation on this one. This one looks like it's getting farmed the heck out of the chart. We have this other one, which the dev holds a little bit, but that one's almost done. That one's okay. So this one's not that bad. We're gonna hit reload here and see if it refreshes. This one looks like, did it get rugged? Okay, so that one looks weird. This one has no status. Okay, so this one's pretty good. So we're going to take a look at this one. Let's see. This one looks like it's doing really well too. We had a couple sales. Usually when people sell at that time, it messes it up. And we have this one as well. And here we go. So let's take a look at what I'm talking about. So you see these, let's take a look at the ones that are actually working. So there's this new thing they added in Pump Fun right here called Generate Bubble Map. And when you click on this Generate Bubble Map, it's going to give you some details that you aren't able to get. So basically, every little bubble here are different wallets, okay? They're different wallets associated with the transaction. So if you click on this, it will tell you the wallet. It'll tell you what position they have. And it'll also tell you the percentile that wallet has. Now, you could theoretically hide that wallet if you want, or you could close that wallet, okay? So that's what makes it really good. Now, you all are able to also get a list here of the wallets without looking in here. So really cool and very effective way to do it. You can see the big massive bubble right here. So this is a big bubble, and all of these actually mean something. So for example, this is the radium bubble, so we're going to hide that. And this one doesn't give us too much information, but I'm going to show you what you guys need to look for. So usually if we go here, you're going to notice that this particular bubble map that's going to show right here is going to look a little bit different. This one has a little bit more traction. But what you want to look for is when the bubbles are overlapping, okay? So when the bubbles are overlapping, that means one very important thing is that there's a person here that has a good amount of money that has been transferred from one bubble to another bubble. And this is really important because theoretically, you will be able to see in here if the dev has split his wallets and what wallet that's split to. Okay, so we're gonna see if we find one here. I have an example for you guys, but I wanted to share this with you guys because if you are using this feature, it's a really good way to find out if if the dev has sold or if the dev has split his wallet. And this just gives you a nice overview of what's going on here. So let me see if we can find one here in detail. I'll also show you guys my example. Here you go. This is a perfect example. So you're looking at this one, the book, and in the book it tells us that this guy bought right here. He bought 10%, and then he split another percent to this wallet and then to this wallet. So this guy has transferred the stuff that he's bought, he's transferred it to 3 different wallets. So even though the percentile, so we close here, even though the percentile here, it doesn't show that one person holds multiple stuff, by clicking on the generate bubble, you are able to see that this particular person holds 3 different percentiles of this token. Okay, so this means that whenever he wants to sell, it's actually going to hurt your bottom because if he sells all 3 of them at once, you're pretty much screwed. So as you see here on wallet number 4, which is rank number 4, he holds 3.2%. On wallet number 3, he holds 4.4%. And on wallet number 8, he holds 2.7%. Now, I'm pretty sure we click on any of these, it'll tell us that this is what's happening. I'll give you an example. So click here, the amount to show the Solana Explorer, right? So if you click on here, it's going to tell you. So he was number 8. He then received Solana by wallet number 8, and then he sent Solana to wallet number 8. So he received and sent, okay? And then we go here, and we go to show transaction. It's going to show right here that in this one right here, he then went and did the same thing. So he sent to wallet 3 to wallet 3. And then in this one, we show the transaction here. He sent from 4 to 3, if that makes sense. So this way, you know, okay, well, this person is actually, could be farming this particular token. So we don't have to be, we have to be a little bit worried. And this is so you can see what transactions are being made based on the currency. So you see, if we switch this, it doesn't show no transaction, but if it's in Solana, it does show the transaction. So this is a very good way to do it. So now this is the dev. Okay, so this is a dev wallet, and we could hide that, or we could, decide to close that. But that is the thing you want to do. All right, so with this analysis tool, it helps us identify whether we're getting farmed or we're not getting farmed. So for me, example for this one, I would definitely not invest in this one because I know someone's just going to pull the rug on me, and they're just pretty much farming. And you can tell by the chart what's going on. So we're going to look at this one. This one shouldn't have too much information because it's already at 0. But this gives you a better, more technical analysis of what exactly is going on. But you can see right here. So right off the bat, you see here, this one, transferred money to this one. So let's go back here and see what else we find. Let's hit reload real quick. Let's take a look at this one, which is called PUMP.FUN. And if we go to PUMP.FUN here, it's going to take a while to load up. But we could also look at this one, and we click here. This has some really good graphics. It looks nice. I'm pretty sure the website looks clean. So far, it looks really, really healthy. But usually, this would be very beneficial, kind of in the early stages of the of the actual token. Now, this also means if we don't see any funny business here, this means that the team that's behind this token is actually either well educated when it comes to making tokens, or it's really healthy. So this looks like a healthy chart. I would do a little bit more investigation, kind of click on the website. So this looks really good, and see what the website looks very clean. So I would definitely look a little bit more into this one and see, if it's a really good token to trade on. So I wanted to share this tool with you guys because I felt like it was so good. So basically what I'll do is I'll look here what's coming out. I would buy, I'll look, and then if I just want to do a quick buy-in, and then I just want to do a little bit of technical analysis, and be like, okay, let me see. Let me look at this one. Let me see if anybody went ahead and split anything. I can easily come to this bubble map. And as you see right here, I would definitely, if I bought into this one, definitely get out of this one. Because if you notice right here, this is called a cluster percentile, which you're going to see right here. Very, very easy here to identify. So this one sends Solana to the 12th wallet, which is this one. So at one point he had 2%, then he split to this one. And then there's another person doing the same thing here. So we go here. You're going to notice that the same thing is happening within the bubble. So you guys are noticing right here. Now, when the wallet leaves and the wallet's no longer within the transaction period, then this will no longer show. But while that wallet is still active here, you're going to be able to notice. So this one, as you see, they went ahead and had they got 7%. So basically, they sniped 7% of the token. And while this is going, they split this up. They split 4% in one, and they put 3% in another one. So this is another case here where people are getting farmed within 2 wallets. So it's something that you really got to pay close attention to, because it is a very good identifier to know exactly if this is a good token or a bad token. And to be honest, I am actually, this looks pretty promising. I think we put a little bit of soul in here, even though it's really, really high, and see where this goes, because this looks like a very interesting one. I would definitely want to hop into TG to see what's going on here. But if we look at the chart, so this is what you want to do. You want to come in here and see what's going on. So as you see here, it hit almost 20%. It got sold. Usually people that buy there, it got sold again. It got sold again, and here it got sold, and now it's holding very nicely. Let's go ahead and put 0.01. I believe this hits out of array, so we're gonna put 0.1 here. And right now it's at 82% for the bonding curve. I do expect another dip to happen because usually this is what tends to happen when you invest in these coins. So I do see another dip happening and my transactions taking a little bit of a while. Okay, so we're in here, but I do expect another dip. We're going to buy another 0.1 within this dip. But this looks like a very healthy one. This one actually already left gray, but this one looks really, really healthy to the buy low, sell high one. But this is the tool that I wanted to share with you guys that now you're able to look at this bubble and kind of see, okay, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. This is what's happening within the chart. So this looks pretty healthy. I can see that the biggest, and this kind of gives you more like a visual representation on how many people own a high percentile of the token. So if you notice right here, this one owns 3%, 4%, 2%, 2%, 2%. So there's not really a very high percentile. So the distribution is pretty good here, and you're able to see with the actual, visually. So 4% is the highest retention here. So you'll see that that's based off the dev, and then everybody else here. So this actually hit bonding curve. We're at 16%. I do feel like this is gonna get a retracement, a dip here, or unless this is gonna go automatically to Ray. That we're gonna see right here because we're live trading here, and I love doing these trades with you guys because theoretically here you're already at 22%. You could easily exit out of here. Usually what I'll do is I'll wait for this to hit 90, 95, and I'll exit out because I don't want to be in the trade too long. But as you see right here, as we're doing this video, we're already up 30%. That's really fast, really easy in less than a minute. And I teach this every single time in my videos on how to trade smartly, how to make a good green, how to make a good percentile. Now, it's all going to depend how much you put in, because if you put 1 SOL in here, right now you'd be at 1.3 SOL, right? If you put, like this is video purposes, so we put 0.1 and we're up at 1.3. So if I sell here, this is still 30%. I still think this hits radium. The website looks really, really clean. I believe they do have a Twitter account, and this is holding very nicely at 88%. And this is a dip I was talking about. I want to see where this dip goes, so we're gonna click here. So this dip did not go anything below mine, which is really, really good sign, because usually you'll see a nice retracement all the way to the bottom. So you'll see this tank like this and then bounce back up. So this is actually a pretty healthy one, which just did a nice little Nike sign here. And if it holds at 90, you want to keep that in mind on how long it's holding that 90 percentile, because the longer it stays there, the less likely it's gonna get off rate, get out of pump fund. So we want to constantly look at this, and we see another retracement. So what I like to look at here is we want to make sure, and I like to set up lines here for this ones. So what we like to do here is we'll go here and we'll set up this cross line, and we're gonna put this right here. Now the reason I do this is because if for some reason, all right, this chart, right, this chart, if for some reason this actually drops below this portion right here, that's a red flag for me. Okay, because I'm up 33% right now. This is at 90%. You can see this right here too if you want, to 89%. So right now it's moving up to 90%. As you see, even though PUMP.FUN says 90, usually this is the right number, whatever's right here. It said 89. So right now we got a nice little push here, 185 holders. Let's see if this goes to 95. We want to get out like around 95, 97, because that is where I believe the token's going to do really well. Basically, what I would do here, if I want to hold the token for a little bit further after it gets out of pump fund, then I would go into the Telegram, hear what people are saying, see if the dev is based, and see if the token actually has potential to go from, from the 70% to 100K when it exits out of here. So right now, what we could do here is we could do two things. Number one is we could pull our initials, right? And we could be like, okay, cool. We already are where we're at. We're going to pull our initials and we're going to let the rest light, because this actually has a little bit of potential. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to sell, and we're going to put 1.02. Let's put 1.03. Let's get this to 95, 97 there. We're going to take that out, and we're going to leave the rest to right. So think of it this way. So you put 1 SOL in here, you would be taking 1.3, and you would let 0.2 go, which is like about $40. And if this hits a bill, $40 is a lot. If this hits 500, $40 is a lot. So here's the retracement I told you guys about. Okay, so this I want to see if this dips any lower than this one. So what I would do is I would definitely move this back up here and see, this is our new entry point right here, because right now we're holding very nicely at 91%. If this dips any lower, then this is what we want to do. So right now we see someone sold. So this, actually, look at this big spike. So right here, so we're back. We're gonna sell here, and we're gonna quick sell this right here. And this looks like it's about to leave. It's about to leave here, but we're gonna sell real quick. Make sure we get our initials out, right? Make sure we get a little bit of profit out. We're gonna leave a little bit in there because it takes a little bit while depending on how much slippage you have with these transactions. As you see, it already failed. So we're gonna, you know what? We're gonna sell. We're gonna sell 0.04 now. Let's take a little bit more out. It's at 95%. This is where I wanted to sell. We're at 0.17. So theoretically, right now, if you were in this token with me and you put one soul in here, you would almost have two soul. Okay. So it all depends on how much you're putting in, that it, on how much you're actually taking out. And as you see right here, my transaction is unsuccessful. So we're gonna try here 0.04. That's why you gotta set your slippage here. I gotta edit this and make sure that it's actually a little bit higher. But right now, you see that even though where I got in here, it's still a relatively good trade because I'm almost 100xing this one. So right now it's at 96%. We're going in with 0.03. And the great thing about this one is that it keeps going higher. Okay, so my percentile keeps going higher here. But the great thing about this is I already took my initial. So I really have nothing to worry about here because this right here could theoretically become 0.1, 0.2, just depending on where it got. And as you see right here, perfect exit for me. And this is what I teach every time on these videos. It's how to trade properly. Because you see right here, I got right in time where I got this big dip here. So this is really good. So now we were to go back to the bubbles and we would go here, you'd see like some of the bubbles have gotten smaller because some people have taken out their initials and there's less position within the map. So it's really, really good. But as you see right here, this is definitely going to get out of Pump Fun, but we're fine. We're sitting back, just enjoying the ride. If it hits a million, yo, we're in it, right? If it doesn't hit a million, well, we didn't hit a million. We'll collect our dust, and so be it. But that is how you want to trade in Pump Fun, and that's how you can benefit from doing smart trades and analyzing coins before they actually leave Pump Fun, where you make some really good gains. Look at this. In less than a minute, I don't know how long we were here, but in less than a minute, we made a 75% gain. And once this leaves Pump Fun, which it will, you're going to notice that this could become 100. So your 2 soul could become, your 4 soul, your 5 soul could become 10 soul. It just depends how much you're willing to risk, how much you're putting in. But if you follow my techniques, if you follow these channel, you're going to learn how to trade properly and lose less and win more than you're losing. So I hope you guys are enjoying our content here on the channel. I do want to have a new concept here on the channel, and I want to know what you guys think. So I was thinking we create a coin, we launch a coin, and everybody in the community comes in here and it, jumps into that coin. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If you want to keep supercharging your crypto needs, drop a comment, drop a like, and if you have any questions, also drop them in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.